Alhamdulillah, our way, our religion of Islam is the religion of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. To be from the ashiqeen is the way in which all realities to open. And alhamdulillah, from the levels of the heart and from the understandings of the highest levels which they call the akhfa, and its secret is in the colour black, in the reality of black. And black is a colour in which absorbs everything. It is the reality of annihilation. The great Sahabi of Prophet come into our lives and begin to remind us that their lives have tremendous realities. Not a story tale but something relevant within our life today. Sayyidina Bilal Habashi Qaddasallahu Sirruh, from the great Sahabi of Prophet begin to teach that my life and my coming to this reality is that I was a slave. This has to do with the secret of the colour black and the reality of abd, because there's an abd of dunya and there is the abdullah, its reality of akhirah. Sayyidina Bilal being Habashi and from a black coloured skin, and that the black race on this earth have been tremendously abused. Their history is of immense abuse. And Allah wants us to understand that the reality of servanthood, if it comes onto this earth, is going to clash, is going to be abused, because the shaitans of this dunya, they don't want the servants of Allah. They don't want the servants of the heaven, and they begin to abuse them and mistreat them. And that is the symbol for us that look how much just because of that colour that we become abused. And Sayyidina Bilal's life was that he was a slave in the time of the arrival of Prophet. He's coming to Sayyidina Muhammad as an abd, which again a station that unimaginable. Not coming with free will, not coming with, okay I think I will follow you, maybe I won't follow you, but accepting the message of Islam, accepting the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. That I accepted that message and I wanted to follow Prophet. The condition in which Allah put me in means his birth condition is that he's a slave. And then began an immense amount of torture. They began to torture Sayyidina Bilal over periods of time, and they kept telling Sayyidina Bilal that, you live following Sayyidina Muhammad. Keep the religion of whatever you want, of our gods or Allah, whatever you want, keep it in your heart. Means it's important for us that what were the companions struggling for? What were they believing in? They hadn't seen Allah, they hadn't seen any holy Qur'an. They saw the haqq of Nur al-Muhammadi. They said that you're describing of compassion, if you are the compassionate, an example of what you're describing of Allah, we are accepting. If you are the merciful and your character is so merciful, we're now understanding. Means their acceptance was in the love of Prophet. They accepted the character of Prophet as an example of that Creator, that what we're going to know of Allah we're seeing it through you. That your character and trustworthiness, your beautiful nature was of such a way that we accept whatever you're telling us. And that's how they gain the love of Allah. Our newest book, Lataif al-Qalb, Levels of the Heart. We share this book with all our audience. This is towards the love of Sayyidina Muhammad and وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي Adam. What Allah has bestowed of realities upon insan, these are oceans that have no beginning and no end. The understanding of the companions and the levels of the heart, the understanding of the Prophets and the level of the heart, the understanding of the angels and the levels of the heart. We pray that Allah dress us from these realities and bless us from these realities. It's all for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome to Century 21 AAA Realty. We specialize in commercial and residential properties, including all your financing needs. We are a one-stop shop under one roof.
Owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial and emotional. Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
Come meet our award-winning realtors with over 40 years of experience. Call Century 21 AAA Realty.
This dunya is based on serving the dunya and material desires, serving shaitan. But following the way of Sayyidina Muhammad is the way of haqq, and the truth will set you free. Sayyidina Bilal tortured that you leave following Sayyidina Muhammad and we will relieve you. Said, never. Nothing you can do that will stop me from following Sayyidina Muhammad. And that was a danger that's going to change the way all of servanthood on this dunya, and begins to teach. Then they took me and they put me under the sun and they began to cook me. And after horrible torturings, unimaginable torturings, they put a stone as a final death blow, a huge boulder upon his chest, and began to crack the bones of his chest. And the only zikr that he's making is ahad, 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 and that has to do with the station of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Ahadun ahad. Sahabi are open-hearted people. The zikr they're making is a reflection of the station in which they're at. The love of Prophet opens such immense realities that they say, no matter what you did at that time, he's not going to feel it. He's in the love and the oceans of rahmah of Allah. And whom Sayyidina Muhammad sent was the great Siddiq, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and told Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq that, Allah giving permission, free him. That's not an action that doesn't have a reality behind it but has a tremendous reality behind it. That he's dispersed to go out and purchase that freedom means take away that oppression, take away that difficulty, and to begin that opening. And an understanding in this dunya is that they are waiting for the great Siddiq to open again that reality on this dunya. That is an understanding of the greatness of Sayyidina Bilal Habashi and the realities of the akhfa station of annihilation. And Allah gives us as a reminder for ourselves, because the companions, the holy companions, they are constantly guiding us, watching and praying for our souls. That these stations of difficulty that we endured, and all the companions and all the ahlul bayt all endured tremendous difficulty in the way and in the love of Prophet. If the basis of what you're doing is based on the love of Sayyidina Muhammad means to struggle to keep the way of Prophet, struggle to keep the example and the character of Sayyidina Muhammad, live a life trying to disperse and disseminate the love of Prophet on dunya. That struggle, that way of difficulty, Allah finds acceptance. قُلْ إِنِ كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحِبُّكُمُ اللَّهُ. Allah teaching that, if you want my love, follow, be from the tabi'een, and I will dress you from my love. That is the dress of love. When Allah open the chest, release the soul and begin the witnessing of this dress and these realities. That is the reality of the ashiqeen. And Allah gave for us all that akhfa reality is our shadow. Means that we are not left here without a reminder, and we're not left here to be that, Ya Rabbi we didn't know, because Allah said, no, you did know. You had your own reality constantly attached to you. Means the one that stands, and you see this on a nice sunny day, is face the sun. If you move towards the light, your shadow is following you, because you are in submission to Allah. That they teach us that if you are moving and submitting your entire being to the light, Allah will make all of creation to be of service to you, because you are serving Allah. You are moving and running towards the light. As soon as you turn your back from the light and begin to chase your dunya, your akhfa reality runs away from you. It doesn't want anything to do with you. So Allah sent a reminder for us, "Oh you that stand upright and think yourselves to be something, you have your own akhfa, a slave attached and sewn to your feet, and it's always in sajda to Allah. Reach to that reality." So then awliyaullah come into our life and they teach us that value of life is only if you are struggling in the way of Prophet, struggle to keep your centers open, struggle to keep the way of Prophet, struggle to keep the love and the example that wherever you go you are Muhammadiyun. You're not hiding it and calling yourself Mo. Who's Mo? You're Muhammad, and we are Muhammadiyun. Why are you hiding from Allah, and why are you hiding from Prophet? And that's a struggle, that's what they're teaching us is a struggle. Not that we're going to be tortured like Sayyidina Bilal, we don't have that maqam, and if today you twist somebody's finger they're going to denounce everything they believe and say, that's it, I'm going. They put big symbol of themselves something else and say, that's it. They're not saying that, but they say just a simple struggle to love Prophet more than you love yourself. Be proud and happy to carry the way and the flag of Prophet. Live a life in which you're trying to struggle to keep the love and the example of Prophet alive, and then begin to remind and look to your shadow. Keep your qibla always towards the light, and you should find all your realities are running after you.
Welcome to Rumi Rose Garden Cafe. We offer an exclusive line of more than 40 teas, custom blended with ingredients from around the world. Rumi also offers an excellent locally roasted Italian coffee and other hot beverages.
Fatima Zahra Helping Hand is a non-profit organization with the goal of helping underprivileged communities in Canada. We have currently distributed thousands of pounds of meat from korban, hundreds of loaves of bread, and many other essential food items. Please visit our website nurmuhammad.com to make a donation today.
We were talking about Sayyidina Bilal Habashi, Qaddasallahu sirruhu, great companion and Sahabi of Sayyidina Muhammad, and through the torment and through the torture, reaching to the realities that Allah wanted to dress Sayyidina Bilal from the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Everything around Prophet has a tremendous reality and big reality for people to contemplate and tafakkur, to understand that that's not a normal person or just anyone that Prophet chose for the azan. Importance is that when someone of that caliber is calling the azan, Prophet knows that he's calling creation. His recitation, his heart is calling the Divine, the Presence, calling all malaika, calling all realities with such a firasat, such a yaqeen and certainty that is unimaginable. It's not something small. An incident had occurred that some of the newer companions and some of the people had complained that his Arabic is not correct, and that he had a lisp, and that when he would call azan he would say as-sadu. And they said, oh, we say, Ya Rasulullah, maybe we can have somebody who recites more perfectly to recite. This is a big lesson for people who now are so stuck on the external, so fixated on the sound as if Allah is listening to your sound and looking to your surah, to your form. Where Allah doesn't look to the form and He doesn't care about what your lips have to say. Allah looks to the heart of the believer. And this is the daleel and the proof of that reality, that someone with such a yaqeen, Prophet knowing that he is saying as-sadu, knowing that he has a list, but knowing and wanting to teach the companions, teach us because we are coming and we are in need of these lessons. It's not what his lips say that's important, but the yaqeen and the certainty of his holy heart. Prophet said, no problem, next Fajr I won't have him call the azan. And the story goes that they waited, and that the sun rising was not coming. And Jibreel came to Prophet and said, for the sake of Sayyidina Bilal, Allah is holding the sun from rising. That then the companions understood and realized the station of that Abdullah, the station of servanthood he had achieved, the station of love that he had for Sayyidina Muhammad, that if he doesn't call the azan, Allah showed that Divinely power. It was calling from the qalb, a qalb that had been tested, a qalb that had suffered and endured and proved itself worthy of the love. قُلْ إِنِ كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. What better of the tabi'een than the ones who suffer and take a life in moving towards the love of Sayyidina Muhammad by following Prophet Allah says, I will love you. And that is the proof of that Divinely love, that all the amal and every amal Prophet is showing us that it's not that counts, but what counts is what's in the heart. What's in the heart and its connection with Divinely Presence, connection with Prophet, connection with awliyaullah. We pray that Prophet always inspire within us, that we be dressed by the holy companions, that their nazar and their watching over us and blessing us and dressing us and teaching us from their example, and that has a tremendous example of the importance of yaqeen, the importance of muhabbat and love, and that if Allah loves us everything is possible. Means this religion of Islam is the religion of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, which is the love of the Divinely Presence. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon, salaamun ala al-mursaleen, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.